Greetings, everyone. On June 15th, 2024, the Meta Center traveled from our location in Oak Lawn, Illinois to Cahokia Mounds. The Cahokia Mounds Civilization, located near present-day Collinsville, Illinois, was the largest and most influential urban settlement of the Mississippian culture, which thrived in North America before European contact. This ancient city, which existed from approximately 600 to 1400 CE, stands as a testament to the sophisticated social, political, and religious structures developed by indigenous peoples. Cahokia began as a modest settlement around 600 CE. By 1050 CE, it had transformed into a major urban center. This rapid growth was likely due to its strategic location near the confluence of the Mississippi, Missouri, and Illinois rivers, which facilitated trade and communication. At its peak, Cahokia covered about 6 square miles and had an estimated population of 10,000 to 20,000 people, making it one of the largest cities in the world at the time. Cahokia is renowned for its monumental earthworks, including more than 120 mounds of various sizes and shapes. The most prominent of these is Monks Mound, a massive terrace structure that rises 100 feet and covers 14 acres. The city was meticulously planned with a central plaza surrounded by key mounds, residential areas, and public buildings. The layout of Cahokia demonstrates advanced knowledge of engineering, astronomy, and urban planning, with some structures aligning with solar events like the solstices. The city's influence extended across the Midwest and Southeast, indicated by the widespread distribution of Cahokian artifacts and trade goods. Cahokia was a center for trade, connecting diverse cultures and facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. Religion played a central role in Cahokian society. The city's inhabitants practiced a complex belief system that involved the construction of large ceremonial plazas and the erection of wooden posts for astronomical observations. These practices reflect the Mississippian culture's emphasis on cosmology and the cycles of nature. One of the most significant archaeological finds at Cahokia is the wood hinge, a circle of large wooden posts used as a solar calendar. This structure highlights the importance of celestial events in the religious and agricultural practices of the Cahokians. Cahokia began to decline around 1250 CE, with the city being largely abandoned by 1400 CE. The reasons for this decline are not entirely understood, but theories include environmental degradation, resource depletion, social unrest, and climate change. Despite its decline, Cahokia's legacy endures. The Cahokia Mounds State Historic Site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognizing its historical and cultural significance. The site continues to be a source of fascination and study, offering insights into the ingenuity and resilience of pre-Columbian civilizations in North America. From a metaphysical viewpoint, the Cahokia Mounds hold profound significance. Many scholars and spiritualists believe that the alignment of the mounds with celestial bodies indicates a deep understanding of the cosmos, akin to the ancient practices seen in other parts of the world like Egypt and Stonehenge. The mounds are thought to be energy centers or nodes within the Earth's geomagnetic grid, acting as conduits for spiritual and cosmic energies. This perspective suggests that the builders of Cahokia were not only advanced in their architectural skills, but also in their spiritual and metaphysical knowledge. The construction of Monks Mound and other structures is believed to harness and amplify earth energies, serving as sites for ceremonial and spiritual activities aimed at maintaining harmony between the physical and spiritual realms. Additionally, the city's decline and eventual abandonment are sometimes viewed through an esoteric lens as a shift in cosmic energies or a realignment of spiritual purposes, marking the end of one era and the beginning of another in the continuous evolution of human consciousness. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation. The Meta Center is embarking on many more adventures to sacred locations across the world, and if interested, please visit metacenterchicago.com. In the meantime, please enjoy a small glimpse of what we experienced learning from Dr. Cooper at the Cahokia Mounds State Historic Site.
It's not enough. It does. I always try to point it out. You can't see it anyways. But did anybody notice the ponds when you're coming into the site?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this is not a trick question. Do y'all think it's man-made or natural? Or human-made, sorry. Human-made or natural?
Human-made.
Human-made. So that's where they got the dirt to build the mounds. We call them borrow pits. We borrowed the term from highway construction, where they borrow earth to build up the highways. So they're basically digging it and using it to build something else. So that's why we also use the term borrow pits. When y'all go back, I encourage you to look and see if you can see any mounds next to those borrow pits. And they're there. We'll see some empty ones. This probably used to be one. Pretty much any low areas outside the Grand Plaza, I feel like were borrow pits. And I had mentioned the serpent from that figurine. That is in relation to the cosmology, which we see represented in artifacts and part of oral histories, traditional religion, spirituality of the descendant groups. So we believe, or not believe, we think, we postulate, theorize that there was a belief in a three-world system. And that system is connected by a pole. So again, I mentioned that post earlier that is aligned with the first terrace. That is really important in a lot of different aspects. The upper world is where flying things are. So the Birdman. The Birdman tablet is significant because it represents all three of the worlds. Upper world with him looking like a bird, and his cape is like wings. I don't know what y'all took, but if you drive on 255, you'll see the Birdman on the overpass on the right hand side.
Okay.
I accidentally killed a bug. And so the middle world is where we all are, where walking things are, deer. And then there's the lower world. It's not like negative space. It's not just only associated with death. It's associated with just another plane of existence. And you can access that through water, through cave systems, by burrowing. So,
Interesting.
I don't know. I think we might have still a replica, but there's a beaver bowl. And that is significant, you know, like, because anytime you see a representation of an animal, that's significant because there's something important about that. So like a duck, right? It can fly. It goes down into the water, dives down, and it can walk, right? It's got some kind of power to it. Beavers too. So when you see these elements, it should trigger to you being like, oh, this is important. So if you see something, you know, if you go to, what's a close, Aztalan in Wisconsin, you know, you might see similar iconography, symbols there as well. So the snake, again, where do snakes live? They live in the ground.
Yeah.
And then on the back of the Birdman tablet is cross hatching, which could be interpreted as snakeskin. So it's got this three representation of the three worlds. So when we see a mound, which elevates you next to water, perhaps that's a way for someone to access these realms that they can't normally on their own.